Hello, Divine Feminine, and welcome to your power message for Tuesday. Look at this gorgeous deer. This is you. This is the energy of the Divine Feminine. And look how powerful she is there, looking with eyes of love. And the deer is all about kindness and gentleness. Whenever we see a deer, we're being reminded to slow down, to relax, to take a moment and to process, to observe, to look at the situation with love, so we don't take things personally. And to remember that kindness is the key. It's one of the many keys that open the door to union. But kindness is your superpower. Being gentle, being loving, being you. And sometimes as a divine feminine and as a spiritual being, we feel that can be a weakness. We feel vulnerable when we're being kind and loving and giving, and we get the door slammed in our face, or our masculine doesn't take what we are giving. But it's not a weakness, it's a strength. It's our superpower. It's our kindness and authenticity and our love that makes the masculines go within and face their fears. And then there was you. And that's the real message, because everything was, kind of normal until you. And then there was you. And you tore up the ground underneath them like a whirlwind, and they are grateful for that, because you've turned their life around and you've made them feel things and see things they've never felt or seen. And that's the energy. And it's the summer solstice today. This is the energy where we take stock. We think about how far we've come. We're halfway through the year of mission, and you are a kind, loving being. You are so much kinder now than you were a month ago or 2 months ago or 10 years ago, because you've evolved so much and you're being reminded of that power. You are a warrior of love and light, and your masculine knows it. Your masculine knows that there's nobody like you, nobody can turn them on like you, and nobody can test them or touch the buttons like you either, because you are their greatest teacher, and they are a student of life, of your love. And the message says, today I release all criticism and judgment. Now, sometimes that criticism and judgment comes from within. It's our ego. You shouldn't have done that, or judging things, looking at the masculine with pain, judging the time they're taking to come towards you and all these things. And the angel's saying, release it all. Release all criticism, release all judgment. And allow yourself to move forward now without those things. Someone asked me if we move past, or not even move past, because that's what we do. Someone asked me if we release the ego, if the ego disappears when we're in union. And we don't ever release the ego in that way, because it's part of the human being that we are. It's part of the human experience, having an ego. So what we do is move past the ego. We learn how to handle the ego. We learn to rise above the ego, the drama and the fear, by changing our perception and focusing on love and light and faith. And they're giving me that burpee energy connected with fear. So the answer to that question is, you never lose the ego, because it's part of your human self. But your spiritual self knows how to handle it, how to move through it, to move past it, and to rise above it. And that way you no longer are in the energy of judgment. You're not criticizing yourself or others. You're just feeling free. I let my voice be heard. I let my voice be heard. Be you. Be you. Be authentic. Speak your truth. And if you speak to your twin, if you're communicating, don't speak with criticism or judgment. Speak with light and love, because that's what matters. They will apologize for the past, and they will clear the air with you. But when they feel it's the right time, or when they're ready to, not when they feel coaxed to, or like they need to validate you, or to make you feel better or loved. They want to do it because they love you, naturally, without any force. That's the natural force that they have. So this deer is a symbol of kindness. So you may see the deer today. And the deer is different than the stag. The stag is the male kind of deer, but the stag is the symbol of the masculine. And the deer, like Bambi, like a beautiful female gentle deer. They give me the song from Mary Poppins, "Doe, a deer, a female deer." Ray, a drop of golden sun, and that's what you are. You are a drop of golden sun. But you may see deers as a beautiful symbol of you, the divine feminine, the essence of the divine feminine, kind, loving, authentic, beautiful, magical, without the ugliness of criticism and judgment and jealousy and pain. When we go into those energies and experience them, we know it because we don't feel very nice. We feel, they give me the word ugly. Not because we are ugly, but because when we're operating in those energies, we are in an ugly energy, and it shows on the front. It always reminds me of, there's in the film, well, I'm just thinking what it's called. It's got Jack Black in and Gwyneth Paltrow. It's about Shallow Hal, that's it. That's the film. And it's about Jack Black. He gets some voodoo done on him by Tony Robbins. And he's able then to see the very core of people, the inside, the beauty. And that's what you do. That's one of your superpowers, that you see the true essence of someone. You can look past the 3D world and see the true essence of someone, see the true essence of your twin. But in this film, Jack Black sees the true essence inside. So there's this really gorgeous girl, okay? And she's stunning and beautiful, but she smokes cigarettes. So because she smokes cigarettes, the way he sees her is old and kind of an old woman, even though she's perhaps in her 20s. He sees the core and he's like, ooh, And what we have to remember is when we're operating in ugly energy, that's how we are. We look that way inside, and it shows on the surface. So to stay more youthful and give yourself a spiritual facelift, operate in love and power, because that's your superpower. So release all the criticism and judgment that is in your head and speak with love, and that makes your message be heard, because it's your light that shines out and gives that power. I hope this helps. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon.